Hey everyone, just jumping in before the Scott Pilgrim episode to let you know that as of today, March 1st, the t-shirt promotion we've been talking about for so long is live on bossbattles.gg. If you'd like to get in there and order a shirt, they're there for you. If you're a Patreon donor, go to patreon.com/TADPOG
or pisstasters.com
and pick up your code to get 10% off. And then you will be entered to win a $100 gift card sponsored by bossbattles.gg, our friend Rob.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So,
So do it.
Yeah,
just fucking do it. I don't know what you're
promoting it everywhere. It looks good.
It's time to open that t-shirt envelope.
Yeah,
and,
you've been putting money away in that, right? Like we said to do. You've been doing that, right? I got mine ready.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Ready to go.
All right. Well, get in there and order your shirts, and we'll keep you updated as to when they will ship.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
All right, as we last left off, you had thrown the fly switch to use the potion of fly on the turtle van where you're cruising from the mall area to the Irvin Cobb Hotel.
You know, it occurred to me that when we pulled out of the mall, we pulled onto Irvin Cobb Drive, right?
It's Hinkleville at that point,
Oh,
right?
where is Irvin Cobb Drive?
Yeah, Irvin Cobb's on South Side.
Oh. Is the Irvin Cobb Hotel on Irvin Cobb Drive?
I don't think so,
What
no.
kind of sense does that make?
It doesn't.
Irvin Cobb is at the corner of Broadway and 4th. 6th. Sorry.
Oh.
6th.
I was about to say 6 to go. Come on.
It's corner of Broadway.
I'm impressed.
And
you
it's
know
10
that.
stories, I
don't know.
counted,
Oh.
since we talked about it.
There we go. That's some information for you guys.
Is there a basement?
I don't know.
Get in there and find out.
I've been on the roof. It's very nice. All right, so you're cruising the turtle van, and I'll let everybody take a short rest
Wait,
while you cruise. Yes.
I want to do something. We are up above and the wolves are down below us.
Yep.
And I want to do something.
Please do.
Can I take something and put some silver sheen on it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have...
I mean, you guys aren't in combat. I mean, you do, whatever you want to
the
do.
wolves are below us.
Yep.
And we're above them. So I want to take my instant fortress and put it in silver sheen and then drop the fortress on the wolves below us.
You can.
Oh,
Yes!
here we go again.
This is what I'm talking about.
Are you stopping the van?
I want to like...
If I hear
Yeah,
this is
Bob.
what she's wanting to do, I'm damn sure stopping the van.
I want to make sure that okay, if we can like... If they're moving, then we'll keep like above them, right? If we can like...
So, because if you drop it and you're continuing to move, that's my. So if you're stopping, so maybe they're below you and then dropping it.
Do we have that capability to stop in the air?
Yeah. Yeah, perfect fly speed. You can stop in the air.
Can hover.
Yep.
Okay, well then... if no one has any
Do
objections...
the thing
Shit, no, of
first.
course not.
Do the
Pull
thing
the
while we're
cord.
moving.
Sounds great.
My only objection is, I'm pretty sure how it works is you like drop it or place it and then say a command word.
Right.
Wait to say the command word until we're not like, let me get high enough that there's some like hang time that it doesn't blow us the fuck out of the sky.
Okay.
It has to be on a surface whenever you say it.
Well,
So
just
it'll
put it
have-
on a board. Here, let's
Yes.
find here. Put it on this board.
Put it
that
on
I
my
just
symbol.
found.
It's fine.
Yeah, a symbol.
It's 30 feet high.
Yeah, so we're gonna need to be at least 60 foot up. That way you can.
Does it have to be spoken? Because here's a helmet telepathy. Put it on. Just speak it when it hits the ground.
Okay. Sure thing. Yeah, you drop it. You guys stop and then drop it because you have to have it sitting on something. So you drop it as it goes. And then after 30 feet, you're saying the command word?
Yes.
Okay. So as soon as you do it, then and it turns into a giant square silvery fortress. and then drops down.
I don't know, 70 D6. About right.
That sounds about right.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I will, I'll give you a blue chip for your ingenuity.
I have been waiting to use this thing since I got it.
We've used it. We used it in Jill's subspace. Didn't we?
Use it
Didn't
offensively.
we rest
You
there?
rested in
No.
it, yeah.
Oh, no.
She didn't say we use it offensively.
I am going to kill off all of the wolves that are with the black wolf.
Okay.
And then he roll 10d10.
Here's
If you want to borrow.
Thanks.
the
These are heavy.
Hang on, I may have more.
Oh, you're right.
What, you're up to 9? Hey, there's
So
one.
give me a rough position of where you think on the Paducah Highway you are dropping this fortress.
We're right now. We're probably where
I think that we are where it's like the wide 4-lane that I don't know what it used
Just
to
past the
was at that
interstate?
time, where you're kind of like going up the hill where that
The bridge
The
that
gymnastic-
goes.
Yeah.
Yes.
the fun zone.
yeah. The
Atomic
Atomic
City.
City.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Used to be
Gotcha.
Higdon Furniture.
Higdon. I
Gonna
was trying to
say-
think of the name of that furniture.
And if I remember
No,
right, the
it
story
was
of
Fleming Furniture.
Yeah.
Was it Fleming?
if I remember
Oh,
that
yeah.
story, that guy was like
Ripping off
stealing a lot of
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
heard
let's
that
crush
story.
Fleming
Let's take it out.
Furniture.
We're doing a good deed.
Okay.
10 points of damage.
One.
God, I rolled awful.
1.
34.
34. All right. Yeah, because you see it go down, explode. So you've got the force of it hitting and spreading out that sends out shockwaves. So we'll say it busts out all the windows in Fleming Furniture and then hits, and the black wolf looks like he rolls out of the way of a lot of it.
I always expect a
it
fortress.
hits him, but yeah, it straight flattens all the wolves that are with him. So for what I have coming up, you've done a very good thing.
All right. We'll fight bypassed.
So yeah,
Yay.
it killed 6 of his lieutenant wolves.
Good thinking.
I also have something I want to do during our rest. Dad, get over here and drive.
Okay.
And I'm taking out my cell phone and I'm calling the Frankfurt local regional office of the Vegan Academy.
Okay. Here, it rings once, then picks up. Vegan Academy, how can I help you?
I need to talk to the High Vegan right now. It's an emergency.
Who is this?
This is Benji Barnes, Paducah, local 286. I need to speak with the High Vegan.
All right, just a moment. And then, yeah, you hear some soothing. I'll have to find some soothing music.
Muzak.
And then, Benji, hello.
Listen, I don't have a lot of time to explain, but the prophecy is true. The super vegan has been born.
The legendary no.
I have proof. And if you need somebody to vouch for us, call Dane's mom.
Oh, Maria?
Maria.
Okay.
She knows about this. She has met the super vegan. I'm with her now, but we're in great, great danger.
Where are you?
We're in Paducah. We're heading to the Irvin Cobb Hotel now. Please send help.
All right. It will be done.
Those two
Benji
guys from
Benji
Scott
has a
Pilgrim
feat
show
for
up.
that.
What'd you say?
I was like, Benji has a feat for that.
Yeah.
That we haven't really discussed, but he has it.
It works. I'm connected.
That is the feat is that you can call for help.
It's called the well-connected feat. You can use it to like get out of trouble with the Vegan Academy or call them like stuff like that.
Interesting.
So, and after re-listening to the episode, I realized the Black Wolf said something about you being the super vegan of prophecy, and I was like, oh wait a minute, we should probably expound on that a little bit.
All right, then as you guys continue your flight, everybody make a perception check.
Natty 20.
15.
You clearly see this thing I'm about to say.
19.
22.
20s and above. Yeah, you see out which I imagine are you the front cover on the windshield is probably raised so you can see now.
Yeah, I mean,
But you see 3 figures flying at you.
Is it the aunties?
With a natural 20, yes, you can clearly see the 3 of them.
are they coming towards us?
Yes.
Shouldn't they be going the other way? Are you getting any messages from Irvin, Mr. Ghost Cobb?
Have I gotten anything since?
Just that tightening in your chest every so often.
No.
But you see, yeah, they fly up to where they're level. They turn around and they fly up where they're beside. They point like roll down your window.
Well, we can just open up the gunner side and let them in, unless they don't want to come in. I'll just roll down the window, whatever.
Okay, let us in. How is?
I'll open the door.
Okay, yeah, they all fly in. Is your mother okay? Did you get her?
Yes, she's secreted away in subspace.
Do you want her right now?
Yes, I think we could use her.
Okay. I'll try to go into my subspace.
Okay, you can make a check, or you and Kenny share it, so Kenny can also make a check.
Can you give me a hand, please? I'll roll with you.
You're good.
Okay. Thank you.
You got it.
Yeah. You got it.
Yeah,
You got it.
Door opens up, and you see standing right there with her as you see Aurora's there.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
I don't feel good.
Like she instinctively looks like she tries to reach out, and then just the portal just ripples as she tries to push her hands through.
I need Liz's mom.
Okay. Yeah, I mean she beckons her over, and she steps through. Looks like she's unbound, and she looks totally fine.
Thank you for looking over her.
Oh, no problem.
I'll be back.
Okay. Is there anything I can do?
I don't think so. I don't know. The Irvin Cobb is under attack, so probably from Balthazar.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm gonna look on this side then. See if there's anything I can do from this side.
Okay. Thanks.
Looks like as she walks away, she pounds a zombie box and grabs it and sort of flies off.
Before she leaves, could we call in Irish Rose or Irish Lass and we had a couple other friends that Blake. Could they help her in any way, or their skills help her in looking for?
They're not tunnelers.
Oh, okay.
We can still call him.
Yep, that's true.
And call them, tell them to jump into subspace, come to yours, and meet them.
Yeah.
All hands on deck kind of moment here. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll leave my subspace and then pull out my phone. Call Blake.
Okay, yeah, it rings a few times and oh hey, what's up, man?
Oh, not much. You busy?
Yeah, just stroking it.
You outdone?
I can wait.
Also, what's that mean? You
What?
smell almonds?
Do you not? I guess that's kind of impressive. All right.
I probably know what it is. I just don't call it whatever. Stroking it. I don't know what that. I don't know. What? Of course, I probably do it.
We're all listening to the one side of this conversation.
The thing you're talking about. Of course, I probably stroke it. We're in trouble. If you could help us, that'd be really.
Yeah, man.
Great.
Okay.
We're going to the Irvin Cobb, but it's like
Okay.
super under attack right now. So.
Ooh. Okay. Where's a good place? I mean, I could go there, but if it's under attack,
It's probably not safe to go there.
Tell him to meet your mom in subspace, and he can help her look. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they're not tunnelers, but they're not useless in subspace.
But he's been to my subspace before. Can you get to my subspace?
I think I could.
Feel free to hop in my subspace.
Okay. All right. I'll try that.
All right. Thanks.
Okay.
If it doesn't work, call me and we'll figure something else out.
Okay. Well, good. Okay. Good luck.
Thanks. And I'll call Irish Lass.
Yeah. It goes to voicemail.
Okay. Hey, it's Lim. If you are in the mood for some butt kicking, which you typically have been in the past, boy, do I have an opportunity for you. The Irvin Cobb is under attack. I need your help. Call me back, please, if you get this. Hope you're okay. Bye.
Okay.
She wanted to kick the shit out of Ignatius anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Because then whenever your mom steps out, of course, they all hug her and hug you.
Lots of hugs.
Yeah, hugs, crying, because your aunts have not seen your mother in a very, very long time. So she's crying, she's happy. They turn around. Esmeralda turns around. Okay. Well, there is a problem at the Irvin Cobb. So I hated to leave, but I needed to find you, and I needed to find you. And she holds her sister's hand. I think the four of us together, I think can. Long story short, what that prophecy was about. That while the wolf was after you, more of your mother, but her firstborn child would be a legendary figure, a herald of some sort. It was rather vague, but we know that potential is somewhere, and I think now that we have the four of us together again, we might be able to pull that out to help the Irvin Cobb.
Okay.
Okay. And let's see, stand in the middle of this van.
I will stand in the middle of the van.
And you see they all surround you and hold hands and start chanting and casting a spell you're completely unfamiliar with. And it goes on for a while. And that's when you feel something akin to heartburn at first. You just feel it right there, this burning, and then it comes up into your mouth. And to all of you guys see Liz start to look uncomfortable.
She's regenerating. She's a Time Lord.
You're not totally wrong in how it looks.
Okay.
Because she does start to let loose beams of this whitish, greenish energy. And internally you feel that burning, uncomfortable sensation. And then you start to get angry. You feel like it hits all the feelings of anger that you've ever had. Everything you've repressed or put back or covered with, any sort of stealth or deception or anxiety, that root of any anger and frustration you've ever had, like it is just reached into and cracked open. So you guys see this light start coming off from Liz, and she starts floating, and then her hair, of course, turns the vegan whitish color and then has a green tint to it, and her eyes open up solid white. Her muscles bulge, and you let loose this scream of frustration and anger, akin to, for everyone who's a fan of Final Fantasy VI, when Terra awakens her Esper form.
That's what I thought you were describing.
Yeah, it is loud and intense.
Inside voice, Liz.
So I will give you've unlocked the rawest form of legendary vegan form. Now that you've awoken it, but you can't actively choose to use it on your own. Something has to trigger it.
Okay.
But when it's triggered, you gain access to all of that. Most importantly, in this form, you enter a barbarian rage.
Okay.
Like a rage. Like you can tell they're your friends. So if other people are around, you'll attack someone else first. But if there's no one else to channel your rage out on,
Like right now.
you're going to go to them.
I'd like to rage.
Yep.
Hey, I'm a vegan, okay? I'm on your side here.
So you immediately gain 30 temporary hit points. You get all the effects of a basic barbarian rage. So that's resistance to
Melee.
basically piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning damage. Advantage on strength checks. Most importantly, you have advantage on all attacks and saves, anything versus anything that is a non-vegan. And then a lot of spell-like abilities that you can use even though you're in rage. All the spells that you can use, you use in a rage sort of way. Like you can use earthquake once per day, but you use that by taking your rage out on the ground. So basically, as soon as you trigger it, you see Esmeralda immediately cast another spell, and when she touches you, you're suddenly, to you, nothing happens. To everyone else, you see Liz suddenly frozen in time. Like she stops, she's emitting this light, but everything stops and freezes.
Liz got ripped.
I didn't know if she could control this form, so we're just going to put her on pause. And then when we get to where we're going, we'll unpause her.
Okay.
And try to figure this out.
All right.
But yeah, you have fly the entire time you're in the form. So and then you might want this to see all the spells. They're all on the druid spell list. But yes, Lim Cobb says it is your siblings.
Okay, yeah, we kind of thought maybe that was the case.
They look normal-ish except for two of them.
What do you mean?
One looks gray almost. His skin is gray.
Little guy?
No, tall guy.
Tall guy. Ignatius?
He looks older than the rest.
London.
Yeah.
He is there. Yes.
Oh, boy.
London is also there. And then there is one who is the smallest. He is the one that is hurting the Irvin Cobb.
Okay.
There is something, it's like he's standing in a pool of black, and everything extending
blight.
from that black
It's the boy.
is covering the hotel.
Okay, we're going to need our instruments.
Yeah. Fat Chocobo opens his mouth. So, of course, Link is also there. He's waiting to whenever we all arrive. Cobb told Jill to stay put, but she is also appears to be very anxious and doesn't like hiding. But
Okay. Thank you.
they're welcome. And I assume the Black Wolf is in pursuit.
I assume so, too. Liz dropped, before she went Super Saiyan, she dropped a big house on them, so.
Oh, They're Wizard of Oz. I like it.
A little bit, yeah. It's pretty sweet. But they were chasing us. I don't know now. I'll just kind of point, the general directions. You said that fortress? They're like,
Oh my god! Oh, you were wow. All right. So if there's anything else, you guys can have whatever action right now that you want to take before you get there. If there's anything you want to do.
I had applied my silver sheen right as we were ending
Okay.
the last session, so just wanted to mention that.
Because if you haven't used your Moonfire, you can activate your Moonfire on a weapon or anything like that too.
I know I used mine.
Think I may have used mine. I don't know.
I don't think you did. I thought the only person who did was Liz.
Yeah, Liz used yours.
Yes.
There was one that was used on the plate of the van, right? Didn't you? Someone used.
I used it, while I was
Okay.
driving it. That's
Yeah.
why I said I know I used mine.
So me and Lim still have it.
Yep. Well, you can save it, or I just want to remind everybody you have it because it's been a little while.
So where they're just outside.
Yes, they cannot get in.
Okay.
They're trying. They are actually. Cobb is having to put up a lot of force to keep them out.
Do you still have that list of the potions that we put into this thing?
Let's see. So what is left is you have Spider Climb, Poison, and Reduce.
Do we have enough time between here and there to put another potion in?
Sure.
Does anybody have an invisibility potion?
We had one. I don't.
You
I do.
I thought we loaded one of those.
You
in
did.
the
I think you
chamber.
used it.
I have one that I have not used.
Whoa.
But you're paused and frozen in time.
You can rifle through my stuff.
Well, my thought was if we were to just go invisible and run them all down on the side of the road. I mean, I assume, Lim, at this point, you're good with the fact that we are going to have to actively, fight your family.
I mean, that's where we're going.
Right. We're not going to negotiate or anything.
I mean, as of right now, it doesn't seem like that.
So I'm just saying, is that a viable plan. If they're all just lined up in front of the building throwing spells or doing whatever.
We can certainly try it, right?
I'm sure we could.
Is that interesting at all to anybody? Or
Sure.
You're driving, baby.
technically, Dad's driving because I never took the wheel back.
that's
But,
Yeah.
and I probably should drive because I'm not sure the paladin's going to feel good about running down a bunch of kids in a van.
Shit, I'll do it.
Are they?
I mean, they are evil so far as we can tell.
Well, so far as you can tell, is very different from actually being evil. Is there a history of them being used?
Yes.
Have you thought about that? Yeah, then.
Well, I mean, that's fine, but what are we going to do when we get there and they're being used against us? We can either fight them with our swords or with the van.
Well, I'm not going to remember. I'm not going to, because he tightens the wheel and you see the ramming starts to glow white for a second. I won't use that. I could smite them with the van, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you see Balthazar,
yeah.
Well, at least we can aim for Balthazar.
The wolf.
I'm not positive he's being used. I think he's doing the using. Or London.
Yeah.
London's like we've got it on record from a hillbilly that he is the worst.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. So if London's,
And didn't the aunties say that he was there? Someone said that London was
he
there.
is there.
Oh, so I like the idea. Let's ram him first. if
Can we?
I don't mind doing that and ramming London.
Okay. Well,
And then, hey, okay, let's make a little bit of plan of attack. So if we get out here, I think the wolf will be priority one. Like I will stick to the wolf when he catches up. Until then, I don't mind sticking to London.
Well, is there any way to climb out onto the front of the van and somehow mount that thing that was given to us? What's his name? The hillbilly.
Oh, Ham?
Ham. He gave us that big stabby.
He gave
thing.
us the crystal that I gave to Liz.
Yeah, if we're going to be rifling through our stuff, we can grab that and mount it to the front of the van before you hit him.
I mean, we've got the gunner seat.
Yeah. I mean, or somebody can hang out the side and stab him with it. But
I mean, you're wanting to mount it as like a battering.
onto the battering ram,
ram.
like a spear on the end of the battering ram.
Okay.
I don't know if we can.
I mean, it does look like crystal. Like you could break it.
So it doesn't look like it's meant to be.
Like you
be
could,
strapped on the
you
front
could
of a
hit
turtle
somebody
van?
with it, but you might not. If you use a van to hit something with it, that would probably break it.
But also stab him at the same time.
But also stab at the same time. This is true.
Just a one-use item if we did that way. It was a thought. Somebody definitely needs to get it out and wield it for the next phase of this, if nothing else.
Yeah. Kenny's strong. I mean, I thought it'd be good for Liz with the whole, London stuff that was going on at the mall, but I don't know. I'll grab it. I'll hold on to this weapon until somebody needs it.
Who are we trying to attack with this thing?
London.
It's that thing with the elder sign that Ham gave us that was specifically meant to hurt London type whatever he is.
If you can get me close, I'll take a stab at him. I'll do it. I don't know.
Yeah, after Dad runs him over in the van, he'll just stop and you can just.
Oh, do you have
At that point, we're
do you
gonna
have a
have to-
chain or something you could tie around it? Use like a morning star.
I've got the iron bands. They've got kind of a chain on them.
I have a whip. A kind of whip.
That might work.
I could give it to Magoo.
How big is it?
A little bit bigger than a softball.
Oh, okay. That's much smaller than I thought it was. I thought it was like Buster Sword size
no, yeah,
crystal. Okay. Sure. I'll tie this around the whip. Yeah. Put it on the end of that whip.
Yeah, you. So still being your whip, sort of, you tie it to it. Doesn't feel very heavy. I'd still let you use your dexterity with it.
Okay. It's like a cat toy.
Like a very metal fucking cat toy.
All right. So the plan is we're going to pop invisibility before we get there, sneak up in the air, try to run over Balthazar London.
London, yeah.
After London has been run over, we focus on him first while Dad goes after the wolf.
That sounds like what we talked about.
What
yeah.
are the sisters going to do?
Unlock Liz.
We will also go after the people outside.
Okay.
Or if your father, well, what do you think is your family? What do you think is the bigger threat between them and the wolf?
You know what? I mean, I don't think I know my family as well as you think I do. Also, I mean, if I could make a request, that request would be if you could just help strengthen and if you could help defend the Irvin Cobb itself and Irvin Cobb.
Okay.
I mean, I would greatly appreciate that
We can do that.
because the rest of us are going pretty offensive and you've spent a lot of time in there. So maybe, I don't know, maybe that'll help.
They are our wards. I do not remember your mother's name.
To Sarla.
Good, 'cause I've got team aunties. Okay. So you can pull in one more invisibility potion. There are 2 more slots if you want to load up more potions.
I don't have anything that's appropriate. Well, I have, because once we hit London, we're jumping out of the van and starting from there, right? We're not going to like turn around and take like multiple swipes at him. We're probably just going to.
I imagine we're probably just going to pop out. Unless we want to do the van thing until the van is destroyed, which I mean will happen eventually if we don't hop out. I mean, I don't care.
I think we definitely need to, if we're going to hit London, try to do it in a way that when we run him over, we can drop laughing gas out of the back and hit them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's.
Yeah.
I have a fire giant potion.
Oh, to give you strength of a fire giant.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how that would help the van.
I'd give it more power to hit more damage.
I'll put that in there.
I mean, you could also take that, and your strength score would become.
You could use it yourself for the rest of that
25.
fight.
Yep.
And you might want to keep it.
Yeah, I'll hold on to that. Actually, I'll hold on to it and then drink it whenever we're about to get in.
Okay.
I can go ahead and drink it
Yeah.
now because we're getting ready to hit the shit.
Yep.
So my strength is at 25.
So that what was your strength before?
It's
16?
18.
18. So your attack and damage will go up 4 points.
Okay.
That's a good potion.
Yeah, because you drank that potion and suddenly you guys see Kenny's skin takes this ruddy red appearance to it, and then his muscles definitely bulge out. He gets flame motif tattoos all down his neck and arms. His hair turns jet black.
Everybody's getting all weird looking in this van.
I'm gonna pull out Skeletor's spell book. Okay, well since we're doing this, I'll cast Entropic Shield on Kenny.
What does that do in this version?
It doesn't exist in this version. This is a legacy spell, son.
That is. All right.
I don't think it. Let me look it up.
No, I'll just roll, I think, a 25% chance any ranged attack against you misses.
Okay. And I'm in a rage.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm just
fucking
like
breathing fire.
I need to get out of this van soon.
Yeah, I don't see it in here. So yeah, it's a legacy boy.
But yeah,
Hulk
any
the
ranged
fuck
attack, I'll roll a mischance, and if it's under 25, it misses you automatically.
I'm probably going to cast a couple of spells. Can I see the player's handbook?
Yep.
Probably going to cast a couple before we get out.
And that's minutes per level. So
Oh, so yeah, definitely this whole encounter. You feel a little bit of magic has left the world forever.
worth it.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Skeletor's magic.
Which Entropic Shield was a good spell, which they hadn't gotten rid of it.
Yeah, I'm sure it was replaced by something else.
Yeah.
You know,
You're probably right.
I just don't know what it is.
All right, so your plan will be you're touching down, throwing the invisibility, and then you're driving straight at the League of Evil Realtors.
At London specifically.
At London.
I think he's our prime target, right? He's
Okay.
the strength.
Yeah.
That's the plan. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one we need to get rid of first, or at least
Okay.
incapacitate.
So as you guys touch down and go, while you're looking up something, Miller, if you want to cast it before we get going, just tell me as you look.
Do we have any more? Do I have time to cast another one? Or?
Sure. Yeah.
Shield of Faith from Skeletor's spellbook on Kenny.
I mean, I'll let you go ahead and cast as many as you want to. We'll give you a plus. I'll give you +4 to your AC.
And that's like a 10 minutes.
Okay. So probably this whole encounter still.
What
That
does
puts my AC at 20.
what does concentration actually like? Do you have to, for the spell to be active, you have to be concentrating on it the whole time?
No, well, yeah, but you can still do other things. It's
Yep.
just concentration, like kind of fills a slot where it's like,
So it can be broken, but you can do all kinds of stuff yourself.
yeah, as long as you don't cast another spell or do something else that says it requires concentration.
Yep. That's what's a big deal that Irvin Cobb basically, or Irvin
Irvin
Frog
Frog
gives
can hold
them
the-
another concentration slot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if there's anything you want him to go ahead and hold for you now, you could do that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm going to cast, at the last possible moment, Bless.
Okay.
On the three of us, probably.
Well, he's got the chain with the
Oh, that's right.
rock on it.
Well, yeah, you're not even awake right now. So the three of us.
Okay.
And
So you add 1d4 to any of your attacks with Bless. So any attack roll gets an additional 1d4 to hit.
it's for the whole time, or is it just a one?
If it's minutes per level, it'll be pretty much this whole encounter.
It's for 1 minute.
Okay.
Which is why I'm casting it at the last second.
So yeah, it'll last for 6 rounds. No, 10 rounds.
10 rounds,
10
yeah.
rounds. So
Just
we'll
goes 10
start
rounds.
the counter once we actually roll for initiative. I'll let you guys. I think that's fair.
And I'm also casting Jump on myself before that.
Okay. Boing boing, baby.
Yep.
I'll cast Armor of Agathis on me. That lasts for an hour.
What is this?
I gain 5 temporary hit points per level of the spell.
I'll give you guys 10 more for taking a short rest in the turtle van.
10 more. Oh,
Temporary hit points.
okay. And then if I'm hit in melee, that person who hit me takes cold damage.
Okay.
I already had 10 temporary hit points from the last time that we rested. So
Okay. Yeah, you wouldn't get the same 10 hit points again. So now you have 40 temporary hit points in this form that you're in. So let's see. Yeah, Benjamin is comfortable driving, trying to hit London. Yeah, because he'll have advantage for it. You guys are invisible. So you come around the corner and you see in front of the Irvin Cobb, in front of that street, basically the first thing you see, sort of standing apart from the others, is Junior. And he's standing there, looks like in a huge pool of spilled oil. And then branching off from it, as you see those familiar black tendrils. And they've crawled all up and around the Irvin Cobb. And you see, looks like they're pulsating, like they're draining something. Because you see something, well, you can't really tell. It's if something's either pulsing up into it or something is being withdrawn out of it and coming down.
Is he moving at all?
No, he's just standing. He's standing still, just looking up. From what you see, whenever you pull over, you're invisible, but you're making noise. So whenever the car comes around, you see he turns and looks at the van, or in the direction of the van, and you see his eyes are black, and it's like this black substance is pouring out of his eyes, and out of his ears, and out of his mouth, and then it's all over him. And then behind him, drove to the side, you recognize Ignatius, gray. He does not look like himself, and you see he's got strands of that black on him, and then he just looks deflated. But you see he's there, and he's got his hand sort of held out, and then you see what looks sort of like subspace doors all around the Irvin Cobb. And you see where he's got his hand held out. Looks like he's mumbling something. Same for Gwendolyn. You recognize her. She looks normal. She has her hair up in sort of a loose ponytail. She's dressed like one of Elmdor's assassins in Final Fantasy Tactics, to where she's got a dress that's completely almost vacant on the sides, and then lots of bracelets all up and down her arms, bracelets and like necklaces, waist necklaces, I don't know what you call it. It's not really a belt, but it's like a chain, loose chains and rings around her waist and her upper arms and around her neck. And then the first time you've seen the others, you've met Fitzroy. Fitzroy's there. He gave you the copy of the contract.
That's right, yeah.
So he looks younger than Ignatius, but he's got a big mass of red hair. Looks like he's wearing his realtor's suit. And then he has what looks like this big black and red greatsword. You see a soul greatsword in his hands. Let's see. You You recognize, let's see. Well, you recognize your brother Lawrence, who you haven't seen since he went off to college. Well, no, he was there that morning, but normally he's off at college. The last morning where you were at the breakfast, the very first session of the game, where you were all happened to be together. Lawrence was there. Let's see, your brother Morton, who shaved head. Looks like he's wearing.
Is he wearing his ridiculous sunglasses he always wears?
Yes.
What a jerk.
And then
Turn the van towards him instead.
your brother Ludwig, who went prematurely bald, but keeps hanging on to the hair around the back of his head. You see he has, looks like a guitar, like a solo guitar. It looks like it has an axe edge on the bottom of it. So yeah, and then you see off away from them on one side of the hotel is you see London standing there, and he has a long, looks like a handleless, like a rapier that he has plunged into the side of the hotel. You see, it's not like it's broken it, it's piercing it almost on a different plane. It's like it's astrally piercing it because you see it like a wound in the side of the hotel that is not brick, but you see it oozing sort of a mirror. It looks like gasoline, but it's green, and then you see green smoke coming out from the wound. That's where whenever you see him twist that blade, that's when you feel that in your chest, because you feel like whatever damage is being done toward Cobb, London is actively doing it. So then when Benjamin Sr. pulls around and looks, all right, he grabs the steering wheel, and then you can see from the inside that he channels his smite evil through the turtle van and the ramming rod, is it right? Just the battering ram portion. And then he hits the gas and careens directly at him. So Benjamin Sr. smiting evil and invisibility, so he'll have advantage. He will have a plus 14 to this attack to hit London.
Damn.
So I'm going to let everybody see. Yeah, Benjamin Sr. is a pretty high level. So the first one is a 10. Since he has advantage, I will roll again.
It's a 15.
15. So 15.
29.
Yeah, that's when he goes toward, and you see London is not paying attention until just the last moment when he turns. And he hits. He hits hard.
Nice.
I'll do 5d6 damage plus the smite. He's on lycanthrope, so I won't do the moonfire. He deals 30 points of damage to London. See, and when he hits him and he slams up, he lets go of that rapier and he slams up against. I mean, so does the van. The van, you guys all lurch forward. Irvin Cobb. And you definitely, like, that brick cracks when he hits it. Doesn't cause you any damage necessarily. You don't feel anything.
We got him
But
pinned
you got him.
between
It looks
the
like
van.
he is pinned in between the van.
Oh, hell. I'm out.
Yeah, because you immediately just kick open
I'm
that
out.
door.
Is the rapier, so you said he dropped it. Is it still in the building?
His hand dropped away from it.
Okay.
It's still in the building.
Okay.
Yeah, and then, you kick open that door, and right as you kick it
The
open,
doom music kicks in.
then you see a helicopter suddenly appears overhead, and over a loudspeaker, "Stop, vegan police!" And then out of it jumps 30 feet down in the air comes a single figure who superhero poses when he hits the ground, and then standing up, a man who is on the shorter side. He's probably about 5'5". He's got very tall, slicked up green hair that almost looks leafy. And then he's wearing very old but traditional vegan battle armor. And I'd say both of you well-versed immediately recognize
Prince Veganita, the prince of all vegans.
Can I see him? I'm still like in suspended animation.
you Yeah, because they're pushing you out as he comes down.
Like on a
they're
hand
pushing
cart.
you out,
Lecter style.
and that's when you see Esmeralda just. I'm not sure how this is going to go.
Just do it.
Point her in the direction
She
of.
she dispels the temporal stasis on you, and then when you come out of it, yeah, everybody roll for initiative. And I'm going actually pick one of you to roll for initiative. There are so many people in this battle. I'm going to do it by groups.
Okay. Now, if Liz eats meat while she's in this rage, it doesn't count, right?
Or it might immediately end.
She'll rip it. She'll rip people's throats out with her teeth.
Right.
But just
My
won't
point is,
swallow.
she doesn't have control.
won't swallow it.
Right. Okay. Who has the? I mean, probably Liz, right?
Yeah.
Probably Liz should roll. You should probably roll that.
I have a +7 initiative.
Okay, let's do
Pretty
that.
good.
17.
Group Chad Kroger has a 17. And then, so basically, you guys decide amongst yourselves in what order you want to go.
Okay. Each round, can we do that, or is it?
That's
Yeah,
totally
cool.
fine. Yep.
How close? Well, go ahead and do that.
So, Team Vegan, you see then 3 vegan police members land behind Prince Veganita. Which they're preening a little bit. They rolled a 1, so let's see. And when the Black Wolf gets here, he has no entourage, however. Team Balthazar, and then Team Aunties.
So how many individuals are in the battle total?
Currently, 1, 2, 3, 4,
12.
9,
16.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22.
Which is
So
great.
with the potential for more. So we do my order here. Group Balthazar goes first. Let's see, because once you hit and the turtle van appears, then Junior looks over at the van and seeing all of you get out. Ah, you're here. Great. Brother, please. Put all this aside. Just join us.
We played Bomberman together.
We did. That was fun.
Doesn't that mean anything to you?
It does. And it means something to Father. So he's asked me not to harm you, but to ask you to come along with us.
Well, then stop what you're doing.
That is also not something I can do. Unless you come along with us.
I need to see those terms.
How can I prove it to you then?
The terms just need to be clear. What does come along with you mean?
Put all this aside and join us to the Father's goals.
Okay, this is still very vague. First of all, put all of what aside? Can we?
The band.
Okay, so put the band aside.
The rest, sort of your plans, and go along with Father's.
Okay, so this is just.
I can't speak to what I know your plans are.
Yeah, you don't know them, but you want me to not do them.
Right, just do Father's
yeah,
plans.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Well, and he does not want. I mean, you are a natural born subspace user, and blood of the Sister St. Clair. So, for some reason, he has ordered me not to be persuasive of you, not to force this on you. However, that plan has changed a bit since there is another like that he said I could. And Kenny, you see those black lines out of the pool just start to race towards you. And they go ahead, they jump up and land on your skin and start wrapping around you. And you see they start trying to get into your mouth and into your ears. Give me a Constitution save.
18.
Okay. Yeah, because you're just angry and you grab hold of all of it and you just rip it off of you. And then, I mean, it's like pulling silly string off of you. You pull it off and you're so strong in this form. You just rip it off and like you're hawking a loogie and spit some of it out and rip it off and just throw it back at him.
My friends are angry.
Fuck that guy. Get him, Kenny.
See, he looks over at Gwendolyn. You said nothing of his strength. And Gwendolyn just being admonished by Junior, she kind of shrinks away. I didn't know. You see, Ignatius looks like he turns. It's almost like he's a zombie.
You have the zombie status effect.
I'd say like the vampire status effect from Tactics.
Okay. That makes sense. Considering you're playing a lot of Tactics.
Yep. And then since you've just done that, he makes a beeline for you, Kenny, and he raises.
Ignatius does?
Yes. Looks like as he's running towards you, looks like a golden gauntlet, just spiked gauntlet appears in his hand. He goes to try to punch you. So your AC was 20? Mm-hmm. 20. Yeah, because he comes out and he hits you. He gets you square in the chest. But you see wind sort of ripples around you, but in this state, like you don't even feel anything. See, Gwendolyn looks like she turns, looks at all of you, and she quickly casts a spell. Everybody make wisdom saves.
17.
Okay, made it. Okay.
Counterspell.
Okay. What are the rules behind that if it's a certain level?
Let me look it up because I can never remember it, and it changes every edition. Is a spell 4th level or higher?
No.
It's countered.
Yeah, so she casts that spell and you immediately just cut through it. And you feel like the magic is about to lay on you, and then you make that gesture and blow, basically extend your will, and it just unravels her magic. She also looks surprised. Well, see, Fitzroy has that large blade. And then he looks over. You were the one in the office. Oh. And he charges at you.
At Benji.
Yeah, Benji. Sorry, did everybody know who I pointed to?
Isn't it clear?
What's your AC, Benji?
19.
Yeah, he comes at you and you're just, with that jump, you just jump up in the air a little bit and that huge greatsword just whooshes underneath you. Then whenever you land, he does an basically raises it up in the air and it hits you in the gut hard for a critical.
Oh, great.
$15 points of physical damage, 5 points of fire damage. See, Lawrence just sort of looks around. Looks like he charges at you, Liz, as you have not moved yet, and you see, something moving into range. He jumps and does a flying kick at you. What is your AC?
700.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, it looks like he goes to kick at you and you just reach out, catch his foot, and push him back.
That's exactly how I pictured it. Frozen in midair.
Yeah, he just does a backflip. Fuck. Ludwig looks like he starts shredding on his guitar.
Is he Ludwig or is he Ludwig?
Ludwig. I believe that's. Is it Ludwig?
We always called him Ludwig
Ludwig.
growing up. He didn't like it.
Yeah, all his siblings seem very inspired.
How's the blight like in that? Does it react to that at all?
You see, it does. Junior's far enough away, and that pool around him starts to ripple.
Okay.
But then you tell he's definitely set further apart.
Yeah.
Let's see. Morton adjusts his cool sunglasses and disappears.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, once you get out of the van, and then you see it behind you get pushed back 5 feet. Yeah, London rolled a 20 on his strength check because you just see London now. Look at his face. He's the only time you've seen him not be cool. He looks angry, but he just pushes that van straight back and then turns to the side and pulls that rapier out of the Irvin Cobb.
How does that feel?
You suddenly feel a little bit better.
Okay.
But you see that wound is still there. That's probably all he can do. The wolf gets closer. Team Chad Kroger.
In what order shall we do this?
Well, you've got
I would say, Liz, you act completely independently.
How big of an area is this?
Oh, I mean, it's that whole big street in front of the Irvin Cobb. So 2 lanes, sidewalk, and some yard.
Okay.
But I'd say you cannot participate in this state. You can't participate in any planning.
Okay.
So whatever you want to do.
Okay.
I mean,
Liz,
we're
what should we do?
Hurry, please. We need your guidance. I mean, we're just rushing London, right?
you've got the whip
Right.
with the thing on it.
Right.
So I'd say that might be a decent
Starter.
opening,
Okay.
and then I can fucking go at him right after that. And Benji can hopefully follow me with something big.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. My plan is to just try to whip London.
Okay. And you can, using Irvin Frog, you can channel your Eldritch Blast through it.
Yeah. I was hoping that I could do. Can I? It gets tricky because like at this level I can do 2 Eldritch Blasts with 1 cast, and then what I want to do is if I hit, I want to twin it.
Okay.
Okay. With the meta magic.
You've got the meta magic. You've
Okay.
got the Eldritch Blast. Yeah, and you can channel your Eldritch Blast. So yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to hit him.
roll that beautiful bean footage.
Would
You are blessed, by the way.
would
So
he
you
be,
add 1d4 to this.
yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Would he be able to affect with that Moonfire spell?
Yeah.
You could channel that at the same time as you're doing all the rest of that?
He's not. I mean, he's not a lycanthrope though.
That's what I was. Yeah, that's only lycanthropes. Yeah.
Let's save
better to save
our
it for the
moon
dark.
fires for the wolf
Yeah.
when he gets
That's
here.
why I didn't count it because it's still on the battering ram, but I didn't count it against.
No. No.
Oh no.
No.
Here.
Oh, hold on. Wait, I might have a red chip. I don't. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see.
That's better. 21.
Hit.
14 points of damage.
Now, was that you going at him with the whip?
Yes, it was.
But that wasn't your spells.
No, that was everything.
Okay.
I don't do this a lot.
You actually did a lot more damage than you think you did. Yeah, because you jump up and you fling that whip at him, and he's still pretty unawares at the moment. He's just pushed that off, and as soon as he pushes it out, you fling that at him. As you do. So in Castlevania, the Netflix series, whenever Trevor uses the Morningstar Whip on Dracula, when it hits him, as soon as that crystal hits him in the chest, you see it hit and pierce, and he looks shocked. And then it blooms into this white explosion and then rocks him back up against the cob. And you see he is splayed open. And you see something underneath. His black suit looked like it was blight. So now you've carved away at it and melted it away with that hit. And you see something underneath it. I'll give you everybody a perception check.
21.
The 20.
23.
Really wish I'd saved that for
20, but not a natural.
All of you see it looks like a hospital gown, and see where he's back against the wall. Now he went from angry to scared and surprised. Okay, all right,
Leave.
My turn.
because you
Leave.
you don't want to do this.
Leave.
Okay,
We'll settle this later.
well, you trust me, you don't even want to do this later.
Tell me why.
And then you see, like, I'm doing a lot of comparisons here. So, like a scene in Total Recall. So in Total Recall, where the head starts to like split open,
2 weeks.
it splits back, and what you see inside of London is a woman who is emaciated. Look, at this point, hair is totally white. I mean, just skin and bones, wearing a hospital gown. You recognize the physical body of Aurora.
Oh.
fuck.
And then he closes it back together and then just starts to melt into the ground. Which, as he's doing that, I mean, it's not like, boom, he's gone. He's in the process of doing that. So whatever you guys want to do is up to you.
I'm stunned, so I'm not doing anything.
Same. I mean, I'm not to him. My initial plan was to attack him. But I think Ignatius is right next to me.
Yep. He absolutely is. Because, yeah, he slowly, he looks up at you, and you see there's something in his eyes that is different from whatever his body is doing.
I'm going to try to put him to sleep. I'm going to try to grapple him to sleep. I'm not gonna hit him with my sword. I'm not trying to kill this guy yet. But I want him out of the way. So.
Okay. So we can make opposed strengths if you're just trying to grapple him. And basically what we'll do is while you're grappling him, if you win the grapple every round, you can do damage. And if he gets to 0, he's knocked out.
Well, I guess that's probably not. I don't want to kill him, but I mean, all I got to do is get him to 0. It doesn't mean he's dead, right?
Correct.
Okay, now then, I would rather go ahead and attack with my sword then.
Go for it.
And what am I adding here for the attack?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah. What you have down there plus 4.
Plus another D4.
Yep. Very true.
You're blessed.
Oh, I'm lost. Can I get a D4 from somebody? Thanks.
14 to hit. No, it looks like it's almost like a puppet with someone pulling the strings, because you see his body, the way he moves, it's like someone's just yanking him back. He just pulls back out of the way.
True to form when it really matters.
I think you have 2 attacks, though.
Oh, I do get advantage on that, don't I? I get advantage when I'm raging. Don't I get advantage on attack? No, that's on.
I think you get a plus 2 to attack rolls with melee weapons.
So that would have. Oh, I do. That would have made it 16 to hit.
Still a miss.
Still a miss. Okay.
But you get 2 attacks around with the sword, right?
Yes. This one might hit. 22.
Hit.
Jesus. I need that 4 again. 17.
Just leave it here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just take that sword out where he jerks out of the way, and then you just do 1 step up, and then just that great sword buries into his side. And you see it definitely hits him, but he doesn't make any noise, and his face has no reaction when it just cuts into his side. And he's staring at you like his eyes almost look pleading. Just hit him in the side. All right, who's next?
I guess me, because Liz is acting independently. I want to ask my dad, is that undead? Pointing at Junior.
No.
Okay. Just making sure. Never going to get to use this Mason Disruption.
No. That thing, though.
Well,
Points over to Ignatius.
yeah, well. Taking a potion is a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
I'm just going to give Fitzroy a little smile. Going to down a growth potion.
Okay.
And I'm just, with my newly giant symbols, I'm just going to gorilla bash him into the ground.
Okay.
Well, with all the bonuses I've got going, 20.
Hit.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then I can't miss unless I roll a 1.
Shit.
That's 60. Yeah, so 3 hits with the symbol.
Okay.
Did my symbols die category go up, or am I bringing that with that last? I don't remember. I
I
may
don't remember either. Yeah.
Growth 33.
Yeah, you just start slicing into him with those symbols, and he's just, fuck. Holy shit.
Come on, I'm out. I don't want to do this anymore.
Liz.
I am going to make an earthquake.
Okay. Please read to me the effects of an earthquake.
You create a seismic disturbance at a point on the ground that you can see within range. For the duration, an intense tremor rips through the ground in a 100-foot radius circle centered on that point and shakes creatures and structures in contact with the ground in that area.
Okay.
The ground in the area becomes difficult terrain. Each creature on the ground that is concentrating must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature's concentration is broken.
Okay.
When you cast the spell, and at the end of each turn you spend concentrating on it, each creature on the ground in the area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is knocked prone.
Okay.
And the spell can have additional effects depending on the terrain in the area, as determined by the DM.
Okay. Where? Thank you. Thank you for clarifying. Where? Oh.
I'm playing so many other characters, I forget.
I forget. I'm God. Where are you pinpointing?
Well, you said that I didn't have a ton of, control on what I'm doing, so...
You recognize your friends from your allies, so you can prefer to hurt someone else
I want
first.
it to be further away from us, from where our group is.
Hit Junior.
And also kind of just further away from the building in general. I don't necessarily want to get to the building.
I mean, you'll get some of it.
Yeah, I figured, but I don't want to,
Okay.
do it, right next to the building.
Yeah, because basically, you see finally Liz just bursts with that light green aura, and she's just looking around, and you look over at Junior, and then you just fly up, and then fly straight down. And when you fly straight down, you punch into the ground. And when you do, that's when the earthquake happens, when you channel all of your rage and punch the ground. The street and everything cracks all around you.
It's a Deku smash. That's exactly what was just described.
You see, and when that happens, suddenly all of those black tendrils fall off the Irvin Cobb. And you see where Junior is standing, he starts to stumble. He definitely loses concentration. What would be the save? 10 plus your wisdom plus your proficiency.
So 10 plus 3 plus 3, 16.
Okay. He doesn't fall prone, but you see it fucked up his concentration.
What about Guitar Guy? Was he concentrating? I've already forgotten. There's too many.
Well, he definitely falls prone and he stops playing.
And what's her name should have been back there.
Gwendolyn was there too.
And then Invisible Mort. I don't know where Invisible Mort is.
Shit, I already forgot about him.
He laughed. He went home.
Yeah, he probably left. You're
He
right.
was like,
Fucking knows what's good for him.
no. Fuck that.
Yeah, he's probably not about to stab one of us in the back real hard.
Yeah, you see Gwendolyn fall down. She wasn't concentrating on a spell. And then, the front doors of the Urban Cobb you see split, and then the front doors, the glass cracks, and you see cracks all up in the foundation in the front. It definitely takes damage. But you don't feel any of that.
Still makes me sad.
We'll fix it.
Yeah.
I think that's all of you. You just attacked. Were you moving anywhere else after that? Or do you have any bonus actions to cast spells or anything? You countered for your bonus, I guess.
A reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a different action. But I'm just, regardless, after seeing that, I'm not taking any other actions.
Yeah.
That's just just straight up I need to process for at least 3 seconds what I just saw.
Is Benjamin with us?
Yes. So it's now rough terrain. So he can't, he looks like he starts like he's going to go for Junior and then stops and then turns and he looks at the other and then he goes down the street a little bit more. He's like, no, he's close. And he goes down the other side of the street. You see Prince Veganita that was incredible. It's true. That was so badass. Benji, thank you for calling me.
Get in here now.
Looks like, because he hits his vegan form and then he cruises up to you. Please, what is your name? You are amazing. You have to join. You have to come with us. You have a place at the Vegan Academy. And you just punch at him and he just dodges around. Amazing.
We'll talk later.
Please tell me that's not the only reason you showed up.
I mean, pretty much, but still, I will have to kick some ass. He looks over at Junior. So this is the problematic one, I assume.
Well, one of them, but yeah.
He looks the most fucked up.
The Black Wolf is also on his way.
Looks like he turns, he pulls his hands behind him. Garlic gun. And you see he flashes bright purple and throws what looks like a big, similar to the Kamehameha, only it's purple, and suddenly everything smells like roasted garlic all around you.
That's awesome.
I'm going to try to learn that.
Yes, go ahead and make that check.
It's automatic success, isn't it?
No, you still have to roll. You don't have to hit you anymore, but you still have to roll to learn it.
Roll the 20.
Now he rolls a
Garlic
20. Now we all can smell like garlic later.
So in normal Dragon Ball Z, it's called the Gallic gun, but the vegan version of Vegeta has the garlic gun. So Junior has to make a reflex save, which he does make.
Does he take negatives for being prone?
He's not prone.
Oh, he didn't fall. Yeah.
Gwendolyn,
The
I
other
think,
two-
was
the
the
other
only
two
one that
did.
went prone.
I think the Bard did too. Whose name that can't remember? Lawrence? Holy shit.
How many dice?
That's at least 10.
All of them.
I see a couple of dragons in there. You're going to roll them again?
I did too. I was like, well, Junior's done. Mathematically impossible to survive.
Okay, yeah, because he full on takes that garlic gun blast, and you see by the time he pushes it away, you see that black has come up around him like a shield, and there's holes all in it, and you see parts of him are smoking and smelling like roasted garlic.
How did Ignatius handle that?
No, zero reaction.
Okay.
He likes garlic.
Yeah.
And he likes fish.
Sometimes.
You see the vegan police look like they charge at. Well, they start moving through the terrain. They can't quite get to them. But they're going. So there's group vegan. See the aunties fly up to the top of the Irvin Cobb, and they're playing defensively.
Thank you.
That's when you see a door open in subspace, and you see in a gi with flaming bright soul fire red hair.
You made
You
it.
see Abigail step out. You're damn right, because she looks around and immediately spots Ignatius.
You wanted to kick some ass? Here you go.
Yeah, because she definitely, she twirls her hair and it snaps like a whip, but she will go next turn. And then that's when another subspace portal opens on the other side. And you see Blake looks like he leans out.
Mambo 69.
Yeah, I'm here, but I can't see what's going on, so I'm going to stay in here and see what I can do over here.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. He's looking in a vague direction. Pops back in.
If you see his mom, maybe turn the other way.
No, she's his mom. Well, she's helping me. We're working on it.
Tell her we found the body.
I'm sure she saw that. We'll talk about that later. We'll figure that out. But I think I know what the deal is. Maybe.
Weird. Just crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Let's see. Junior looks like he stands up and then moves his hands, and you see that black just flood all over the rubble, and then you see it starts to spread under all of you. It looks like he just moves it. It's just like a shadow that's tangible that just moves over everyone, and then you see out of it tentacles start to burst up. What is everybody make strength checks? It looks like these tentacles all start to try to wrap around you.
23.
Do I get a bonus to the strength check for the rage?
Yes, you do. I think I have advantage on strength checks written down for you.
Advantage. Okay.
23. I get advantage from the group.
Okay.
The enlarge.
23.
Okay.
16.
Yeah, you see, you also rip free of the three of you. Looks like you rip free of the tentacles.
Failed it.
You failed it. Okay. You are grappled.
Misty step.
Okay. You're right out. You see
And actually, I'll Misty Step on top of the Irvin Cobb with the sisters if I can.
Okay. Yeah, you see you're up there. They're up there and it looks like they have their hands on the cob, looks like they're casting spells. And you see Link up there hooking up equipment.
Oh, Link.
He's got speakers he's dragging over to the side.
Oh, this is great. Thank you, sisters. Thank you.
We got you, man. We're going to do this shit. And while you're up there, another portal opens up. And you see an old overweight man in overalls step
Ham.
out with two very muscular luchadors.
No, the brothers Vinya.
And with banjos and what the brothers play, marimbas and Spanish guitar step out.
I gotta tell you, this crystal worked. Like, real good.
Good. That makes me very happy.
Real
I'm glad it
good.
did.
Real good. Scared it away.
Then we know. All right, we have its weakness. We have it. We just need to find it again. Then
It's complicated.
Get rid of it.
But yes.
well, it always is.
Real complicated, but yes.
All right, because it looks like he runs over to the edge and looks down. Oh, there's a lot of that stuff. Looks like he pulls out his banjo. He's about ready. Link, you about ready for that with that stuff? Yeah, almost. Looks like he's hooking up, and he hands Ham the outlet. He plugs in his banjo, and the brothers plug in their equipment, and they start playing. Not very well.
I imagine there's like feedback or something on the.
Yeah, really bad.
Just like screeching.
And like
Another Liz is on the way.
and then between bluegrass and merengue not really meshing and a lot of feedback. It's not great. So yeah, you see it looks like ripples in the Blacken Jr. He looks up, definitely notices, but it doesn't hurt him. So then we go and see. That's London is out. Junior does that, and then he just growls, "Ugh." And you see he raises his hands, and then just a giant black fireball rolls out of it. Everybody make reflex saves, or dexterity saves rather. And he is not a vegan.
Roof people as well.
Not roof people.
Okay.
People.
Junior.
24.
Save.
22.
25.
All saved. So everyone takes half. Unless you have your evasion will kick in. So yeah, you take nothing. You just scream at the fireball and it stops. The sound wave deflects it.
Do I get half of half for being enraged? Do I take
Yes.
half of whatever?
I think that's
half
fair.
of what you roll
Yeah.
with. Okay.
Not roll as good as I did for that garlic gun. So half is 14.
And then 7.
So you take
for me.
7.
Okay.
Yes, real quick. You see Gwendolyn. Looks like she turns and looks at you, Benji. Actually, no, she doesn't target you, Benji. She looks at you, Liz. Yeah, she casts a spell and reaches out her hand. Calm. Make a wisdom saving throw. I'm sorry, no, make a charisma saving throw. You can choose to fail it if you want.
No.
Okay.
Do I get advantage since she's not a vegan?
Yes.
15.
Yeah, suddenly she does that, and you feel that anger inside of you. It's like it's a match that she just goes. And when she does, your legendary vegan form just evaporates off of you. And you hit the ground. Fitzroy just looks up at you. Run! I could do no. Looks like he is swinging for the fences. What was your AC again? Does it go down in
No.
your form? No.
I'm trying to remember if there's anything else that affects it, so I don't think so. I'm just 19.
Just.
Well,
Yeah, first one, that one hits hard. Where he slams it into you. Nope. The second one misses. So that one where he swung as hard as he could, you take 22 points of physical damage and 2 points of fire damage. And that second one, he just whiffs completely. Junior. Ignatius looks like he turns and starts trying to punch at you. I guess he's 20. 20. Yes. Miss. Second one hits. You take 7 points of physical damage. And then when that gauntlet punches you, you feel it, something about it. I mean, it sets your brain on fire. You feel like his glowworm hooks somehow just start tearing at your mental defenses. And you take 7 points of psychic damage. Liz, what is your AC now?
Now, do I get a resistance to any of that?
The physical damage,
Physical
yes.
damage,
The psychic damage, you do not.
So it would be
Only round down 3.
3 points of damage.
And
plus
7
the
psychic.
7
Yeah, so
psychic.
10 overall. Liz, what's your AC?
It's 20. That you said now, so that makes me think that it should have been higher when I was raging.
I didn't think it was.
Okay.
Yeah. Over 20. And you just feel like a knife just wedge in between your shoulder blades. Take 25 points of damage. You realize your medicine has been turned against you. You have been sneak attacked. You see in the bushes 30 feet away, you see the glint of very cool sunglasses. Ludwig gets up and starts playing again. Now you hear growling as you see the black wolf look like he turns and he is coming down the street at you full force. So you see Benjamin Sr. moves to interpose, and he's got his Holy Avenger family sword. What was his name again?
It was called the Answerer.
Answerer, yeah.
Or the Rebutter.
And then he looks like he charges straight at Benjamin. Well, actually, as he's charging up in wolf form, he jumps, and you see he turns back into human form. He's got that huge scythe, and he comes down.
Is he naked?
No, he's got soul armor on. That can move with you.
Can you see his genitals?
It's just a funnier visual if you can.
That's a good
right?
20-year callback.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. 3 years after this battle.
Oh my god!
Roughly.
Wow! That hammers home hard.
Here, I'll give you one of my blue chips back for that.
I'll just take psychic damage. It's fine. You know, because he comes through with that huge scythe, and it looks like Benjamin Sr.'s ready and pulls out his soul shield and just catches it. So it looks like they are engaged to be married.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's a happy ending.
That would be great if that's how the game ended.
Holding hands, walking over the Paladin and Dark Knight fusing as one.
Uh-huh.
You see, still smelling of roasted garlic. Veganita turns to you. What happened? Do it again.
I don't know how.
What?
I only just did this. It's brand new.
I mean, it's still pretty badass. Well, then we definitely need to work together and figure out how to control this power.
Let's talk about it later.
They're fine.
I love how he's like half Vegeta, half Ashley Shake.
Oh my god!
Awesome! Do it again!
Listen, hot girl.
Thank you for completely nailing the character for
Let's play chess by email.
Well,
We're all bleeding here. Come on.
looks like he turns and looks like he starts doing a flurry of blows, so to say, against Junior. Hit. Miss. Miss. Miss.
Well, at least he's on. He's attacking and not being a creep.
This is the vegan guy again.
Yeah.
Prince Veganita.
Didn't he go after us?
Prince of all vegans. You're right. I'm looking at the wrong list. So.
I mean, we might as well, right?
You guys.
Well, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to turn to Ham and the boys. We're going to do this again, okay? But I'm going to lead. And I'm going to jack my
Okay.
guitaru into the sound system. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to play.
What do we call our band?
It's going to be messy. That's what we'll call it.
Perfect. Boy, I love it.
I'm going to start playing Beat on the Brat by the Ramones.
All right.
17.
Roll again.
Natural 20 for 27.
Roll to 13. A natural 20.
Yeah.
Critical. Because, yeah, you just immediately, you step up and you put all that weird fuck upness you saw. And now you see the truth of Junior. You see the truth of a lot of things.
Yeah, London.
And that comes through your music, absolutely. And you blare out that song. And you see immediately Junior doubles over, covers his ears, hits his knees, and that black immediately retreats back into him. Yeah, he looks like he is nullified.
What about the other siblings? Do they look affected at all, or?
They definitely look uncomfortable.
Okay.
You see Ignatius looks like he actually, he's not back, but you see he gets a little bit of his faculties back. And he starts looking around and looks up, and you see just a bare hint of a smile. Kenny.
I'm going to join in with the music.
Okay. Make a perform check.
15.
15. Yeah, you see Junior just looks like he doubles over more and starts holding his stomach. Stop it! It's your guy's turn.
I mean, should we join in the music or?
I mean,
Because he's effectively taken out of the fight for
if
now,
the other
but the rest of
siblings
them
are
aren't.
still beating on y'all, then I mean,
Yeah, well, that's the only thing I'm worried about.
Yeah.
I was worried about getting him out of combat, but since he is, I think probably I'm just going to keep gorilla bashing Fitzroy into the
Go for
ground.
it. Yeah.
I rolled a 1 that time,
Okay.
but the other 2 hits.
I rolled a 1 that time. 74 points of damage.
Yeah, it's still going to do quite a bit. Yep. 37.
Yeah,
weird.
you start beating it. You hit him twice more, and it looks like he takes a knee. Oh. He just looks at how giant you are. It's bullshit.
Hulk smash.
Liz.
If I can, I'll try to do it to the beat of whatever he's playing.
Nice. Nice.
How large are you?
Andre the Giant.
That's a personal question.
It actually, the way it's described,
Let
is
me
like
show you.
you.
It's hard to put into words.
You multiply.
Baby.
Sorry. You multiply in weight times 8 and go up a size category. So
Times 8. Good Lord.
like it might be more effective for me to just sit on him from here.
Maybe.
Because I'm as dense as a dying star.
Probably like 12 feet tall,
yeah.
at least.
So
And I really love that I haven't even gotten to use my jump yet.
12 feet tall is not that tall.
13 feet tall.
Where?
Yeah,
What
fuck
will
you,
impress
Benji.
But he weighs 1,200
dude.
pounds.
Where am I in relation to Benji and in relation to the evil siblings?
You're pretty close. Because you pounded that earthquake right in the middle of them. So you're right in there with them.
Okay, so then if I could, because I was asking about how tall he was to see if I could if he could effectively be flanking with me on someone other than whoever he's hitting at the moment. But
We're all in pretty close quarters because we just kind of jumped out of the van and went to town.
Yeah, I'd say possibly Junior too.
okay, then I guess I'm gonna.
No, Junior's further away. I'd say Gwendolyn then. Because Gwendolyn was targeting both of you. So I'd say you could flank with her against Gwendolyn as well.
Okay, then I'll attack her with my stiletto dagger. So 26 to hit.
Hit.
35.
Yeah, because you just sort of jump and slide around that rubble till you get behind her, and then just flick out that dagger and jam it into one of her kidneys. And you hear her scream. And Viganita turns around, and you're tactical. Beautiful.
Badass.
You're like creeping me out, guy.
I'm intense. You'll learn to deal with it. I promise I'm quite soft-hearted sometimes. So I think is that all of you then?
I think so. So now does he go, or did he deal damage?
Yeah, I think we did the...
Did Veganita actually do his flurry of blows? Did you roll for
Yes,
that?
I need to roll for damage against.
Yeah, he hit once
Yep.
at least.
Because that's where I hit. I already took it off. Yeah, so he just
Cool.
comes in at Junior and just where that black is creeping up off of him, and still he's punching it, trying to get around it. But he has that one blow that's fast enough, and he just gets him across the face. Let's see the aunties. Yeah, you see, it looks like the cob starts to rebuild, and those fissures close, and looks like the street still stays fucked up, but the front, you see the glass looks like it raises up and heals essentially in the door.
Awesome.
You see Junior just where he's getting a pounding. He can't. He tries. The music is going. He's trying. You see that black tries to go out, but you hit another note and it just recoils back into him, and he just looks fine. Looks like he touches the ground, and then that's when you see all the siblings start to sink down to the ground.
How does that look? Like, what do they look like when they sink into the ground?
You see it looks like black veins start to bulge up from their skin. It looks like they're pulled. Although he looks like Junior looks like he sinks down, the others look like they're being pulled.
Okay, so they don't disappear into the ground. Junior does.
Junior does. They also, you see they start to fall as well.
Does it look like they are turning liquid as they do this, or are they just solidly being just solidly pulled into the ground? Or are they literally going into the ground?
It looks like they're going into something that looks like subspace, but it's not subspace.
Okay.
Do we get a free hit as they're walking away?
Sure. Yeah. Veganita will take his.
Yeah, I mean,
Looks like, yeah, he does Ryu style where he raises his heel into the ground. Looks like he charges it up and then brings it down as hard as he can. Nope, because he looks like he right beside Junior and he smashes a big hole into the pavement. But
you said Ryu
doesn't.
meant Dan.
yeah. Yep. I rolled a 1
I'm taking a swing. He definitely hit.
on Fitzroy.
Yeah.
Okay.
How bad off does he look?
He looks bad.
Getting ready to look worse. Oh, well, I can't do it right now anyway, but it's going to be 16 plus
Okay, you don't even have to.
17.
Yeah, because you start to pull him down. He just looks up at you. See you later. And you see you bounce his head against the pavement before he just kind of sets up, and you see he's making death saves as he falls and is pulled down.
I'll take my attack of opportunity on Gwendolyn as well.
Okay.
I heard Mike Tyson punch out sound effects.
17.
Miss, because you look like you go to stab her again, but looks like she has a lot of magical defenses on that when you try to go in, it just your dagger kind of vibrates in your hand as she falls away.
I'll swing at Ignatius.
Okay.
24
Hit?
to hit.
Yeah.
Let's see. 12.
Yeah, because you come in and you chop into his shoulder, into his neck, and it looks like he looks up at you. I appreciate it.
Anytime, brother. Cousin.
As he starts getting pulled down, there's something they're trying to keep hidden at our first house.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but find it, and I know it's important to something. I don't know what, but that's all I can. And you just pull it down. See, and then now they're all gone. So I will take T. Balthazar off. No, is that it?
Nope. Wolf.
Oh. Okay. You want me to take care of that for you?
Yeah, take care of that for us, Prince.
It looks like he flies up.
What the hell am I paying my vegan dues for? This guy's not going to help out. What the hell? Doesn't he have 3 other guys with him?
Yeah, they're there as well. They're not really nearly as powerful. They're more an anti-vegan thing.
They're heralds, right? To the prince.
They have anti-vegan rays. That's about it. Let's see. So we need to go to the top of the round. So the wolf. Yeah, because he pulls back and looks like he reels back and kicks that. Benjamin Sr. isn't expecting it. He kicks that shield back and it flies out of the way for just a second, and he very quickly comes in with that scythe and looks like it hits Benjamin in the neck and goes down his armor. And I got a critical on that one. Really bad.
Good Lord. You can play Drug Wars on that?
He hits Benjamin Sr. for 68 points of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, he reels back. He hits a knee and then immediately just stands back up. Takes a second attack. Almost another one. Oh, yeah, that's actually more. It's a vicious weapon. All right, a second one for 32 points of damage. You see, and whenever that rakes through him, you see it looks like something tears away from Benjamin Sr. And you almost see this black cloud form over him for a second. Wavers. You make a knowledge arcana.
13.
18.
You're familiar with this type of magic. He just cursed him.
No. I will point that out to the group loudly.
That's not good.
Wolf went. All of you guys.
With it being rough terrain, half speed?
It's like double. Yeah. It takes double your movement speed to go through it, so yeah, you move at half speed.
Okay. So how far would it take for me to get over there from where I am?
I mean, they're outside the 100 feet.
Okay.
So 200 feet of movement. Since we're 100 feet at half speed, and then they're another 40 feet away from that.
So like I'm on like the full 100.
Well, you're in the middle. You're right. You're in the middle. You're the epicenter, so you're 50 feet.
Okay.
How far away am I from the wolf?
I mean, you guys are in that rough terrain. You're pretty close to her because you were close enough to be flanking. So I'd say you're 40 feet of rough terrain and then 40 feet of normal terrain. None of you are in. Well, you're also still in the rough terrain, but you're more on the outside. You're like 20 feet of it. None of you are within quick distance to get there.
Is it our turn?
Yes. Which now Liz can coordinate with you guys.
Can I go? I mean, are we keeping the same? But we're going as a group, right? So
You're going. Yeah, you guys can determine how you go.
Can I go first? Does anybody have a problem with that?
No.
Okay. I'm actually going to enact vegan form, which I realize I haven't done yet.
Okay.
So now I'm floating.
You see him, he looks at you. Nice.
Just a huge, giant, like, Gigas from Zozo.
Man.
White hair.
That's pretty badass, too.
Yeah. And I'm going to get...
Not as cool as she was, but that's pretty good still.
That's all right. And I'm going to get up to the Black Wolf. I need to get... How far am I as far as, like...
Because if you're floating, you have a fly speed in your.
It's normal
vegan
speed. Normal speed.
Okay, then yeah, you can just. I mean, what's your movement speed? 30 feet.
Yep.
You would. I mean, if you took a double move, you're still not quite there. I mean, you're in symbol range.
Well, that's what I just want to be within range.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to use my symbol. I'm going to throw the iron bands.
Okay.
And
Make a ranged attack.
this is going to be 19.
No. Looks like he sees it coming and just dodges out of the way, and you hear it clink down the street.
Well, that was my plan. What's yours?
How far is? Oh, go ahead.
How far am I from the van?
Ooh.
I basically just stepped out of the van.
Yeah, because it was, say, 20 feet from the van. Because you stepped out of it, you had to come up just a little bit to get to Fitzroy, and then he pushed it back a little bit, so I'd say 20 feet.
Does the people launcher in the van only work straight up?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. I was hoping it could
Unless
launch
you
me.
spider climb it up the side, then it can launch you.
Oh, right. Well, does the van still work?
If you get in and try to drive it, I'll give you a fortune roll. We'll see.
What is a fortune roll?
If you roll, I'll give you like 50-50 odds. So if we roll and it's, or I'll give you a fortune roll. If you roll a percentile and it's above 50, well, let's say it turns on. Let's say it turns over and you can run.
I'm going to try to start the van.
Okay. You'd have to take all your move to get over there and do that. I could say you could do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what, I just roll a 20?
Okay, you scramble over that terrain. Roll a percentile die. It'll look like a D10 that has 10s on it.
Yeah. Okay.
So roll a 5 or above.
70.
Yep, there you go. Yeah. If it wasn't for the battering ram, it definitely would be fucked.
Okay.
So that protected it enough that you
Okay.
turns over.
I mean, that's my whole turn.
Okay,
right?
you're right. That's your whole yeah.
How far is Benjamin Sr. from me?
Ooh, 10 stories up, and then at least 9. If you were on the ground floor, 90.
It's a Pythagorean theory.
90 feet away, up 10 stories, a pretty good distance.
It's about 50 feet.
I'm going to pull out
diagonally.
Irvin Frog, and
What do you want to do, boyo?
I need you to get to him somehow. I'll turn to Ham and the brothers Pena. Can you get my frog to him? Anybody have any tricks?
You see Ham just, yeah, I can open a door.
Okay, thanks. When he's working on that, well, we'll see how this goes.
Oh, yeah, because Ham makes a very small door on the edge of the Irvin Cobb.
I need you to hug Benjamin Sr. as hard as you can. This is gonna feel weird.
Cool.
Also, how are you? I feel like we haven't talked in a while.
I know. There's a lot of stuff going. It's all right, boyo. We don't have to always talk to be close.
All right. Okay. Good. That's right.
And he jumps through that, and you see he comes out a tree on the other side, and he jumps onto.
And I'm gonna dump 73 hit points into Benjamin Sr.
Okay, and you see he immediately just.
That leaves me at 1.
Okay.
Damn, what ability is that?
It's an apothecary. It's an apothecary / Benjamin Frog, Irvin Frog ability.
Awesome.
Yeah, because he looks down at the frog with a cigar and a bowler hat.
I really am dead.
I mean, I can only do it. I mean, can't do it a lot.
Once was pretty awesome.
I mean-
So
Let's see. So then who? You still have to
I have
go.
a gun.
Okay.
I'm gonna move what I can in that general direction, which is 20 feet.
Okay, you can do your other vegan form. I think you have lesser vegan form, and that lets you float.
yeah, it lets you float your speed.
Oh,
You can punch telekinetically from 20 feet away.
still, that wouldn't. Even if I went 40 feet, I would still be more than 20 feet away.
Yeah.
What's your speed?
40.
You can move 80
Double.
feet, but
then I can't
that's
do
all you
anything
could do.
else. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You
then
could-
I'll.
Has it been long enough? No, since you've used your cloak.
Our invisibility cloak.
No, my flying cloak.
No, I meant your.
Oh, you have
invisibility
your
cloak.
flying. You have your straight flying cloak too.
Yeah. I forgot.
I can say you could use your
I've
wing.
forgotten about that.
You can unfurl your wings of flying and make a straight charge at him if you want.
Can I get all the way over there?
I know your fly speed is huge, so Yeah, sure. If you're willing to use that, then I'll say you could do that. You can make a charging fly at him.
Okay.
And wait till the last moment till you're on the other side of him, so you're flanking.
Can I do that and attack him with the stiletto dagger? Or do I need to punch him?
Imagine. You can use a slow dagger. That's fine. Yeah.
Life in here.
Yeah. Yep.
Out in front of me. Okay. I'll do that then. 20. I hope the 20.
Oh, critical. Hit and critical. Roll that damage.
35.
You feel like he's raging, so he doesn't take the full brunt of it, but you do play one of the bigger hits of damage he's taken so far. Okay, that's everybody. So Prince Veganita charges. You see he does a vegan form flare and then charges directly in at him. Yeah, and when he goes, the wolf looks like he just pulls up his scythe, and Veganita, like, he just hits it hard, and you feel a big whoosh of air. Oh, a decently worthy opponent. Boys, get back in the helicopter. Okay, so
What are you leaving?
you see, let's see, Cobb appears. It's the auntie's turn, so he forms. You see his form is a lot less substantial than it normally is.
Where's he appear? On the roof?
On the roof.
Hey, Chief.
Oh. Okay, well, they're gone, so that helps, but I'm worried about that wolf.
Yeah.
I want to help, but I'm not. I mean, he can't enter the hotel. So I want to help you. I want to strip away some of those defenses. He has too many.
Okay.
I need to get him to the tree so then I can actually appear outside that and do something.
Okay.
So I don't know how you want to do that, but we got to get to the tree.
Okay.
And you know where his ashes are buried, about a mile away.
Okay. Okay. Helmet telepathy. Professor X style. We need to get
X-Men!
we gotta get him to
Jack Kroger!
to me, Jack Kroger. we gotta
Blow in a conch shell.
we gotta move this fight. I'll ping the map.
Link steps up. Well, we need to get there fast. And so he pulls out an 8-track. He runs over to the edge of the building where the van is. Kitty,
Yo.
catch! And so he throws an 8-track at you from 10 stories. Make a dexterity check.
Ooh, I rolled a 1.
I like this. No one blue chip that.
I don't have one to offer, unfortunately.
I don't know what color these actually are. I think
They're green.
they're green.
I have a blue chip.
That's better.
Or 2.
19.
Oh yeah, you're just like lean out the what, and then perfectly catch it.
Can we do a Schrodinger's game where anytime
Yeah, you
we
flip over the 8-track,
chip.
yeah, the sticker's peeled off it. You're not sure what's on it. So you pop out the Turtle Van 8-track and put in the this whatever Link is throwing you, and as soon as you click it in, you feel everything start to transform around you, and suddenly you are sitting in the Mach 5.
Oh, hell yeah. I don't know what to do with it, but hell yeah.
press the bird button. Make a bird come out.
Everybody's looking at me. I don't know what to do.
You just know this thing is
But you're
built
in
for
the Mach-
speed to get
You're in the
somewhere.
Mach 5. Of course we're all
we gotta get Wolfie to this tree.
Yeah.
Do I know this?
I mean, I
Are
told
you
you.
telepathically telling me all this?
Yeah. Where is it? Do I know if it's like a mile north or like?
Yeah, you know
Can I
exact-
give him a lamp? Like,
Yeah, you know exactly where it is.
I mean, come on, you know where his tree is, right?
It is on the Paducah Wikipedia.
So
I mean, you've lived here your whole life, right? You know where Irvin Cobb's tree is, right?
of course I
You know
do.
where his ashes are?
Yeah.
Kenny?
He hosted the 7th Academy Awards.
Just go there.
Well, I'm gonna drive the Mach 5 around by the wolf,
Yeah.
give him the fucking finger, drift around him a couple times, and then head to the tree, trying to get his attention so he'll follow.
You should probably take Liz in the car with you, because otherwise I don't think he's going anywhere.
It's a good idea.
Get in the car. Then I'll be.
Yeah.
Get Chim Chim out of the trunk to make space.
Eject. There's that monkey gone. Okay.
Because you drive over, and then you can get anybody on the way.
Okay.
Well,
You're very big.
I'm on the roof, but I'm willing to go.
well, I mean, they're the only two that need to go. You can subspace, or Ham can subspace is straight there. You know, we can be waiting on it. Hell, we can set
I'm
up
not
a
sure
trap.
I can.
Well, Ham,
We might be waiting a while.
we could potentially set up some kind of trap for when he gets there if we're given a minute.
All right, I got the Mach 5's a 2-seater anyway. I got Liz in there with me.
And Benjamin Sr. will jump in as well.
Okay.
And you pop that trunk.
Pump the trunk and get in as I'm like drifting around the wolf.
Yeah, he just falls in, and you're able to get him, and then you peel off with the force of 25,000 horsepower.
Yes. Come and get me, bitch.
Because you see, as you start to take off, that's when he does one swipe with that sign.
Shoot the bird out. That's a decoy. Press the bird button.
Saw blades.
No, you fool! The bird!
There are 12 buttons on this steering wheel and none of them have labels. I don't know how to turn on the headlights.
We want to talk about where this tree is, just because when I listen to stuff where people are talking about specific real locations, I like to pull up like Google Maps and look. So if I imagine somebody's listening to this podcast and has the map of Paducah pulled up, so they can look see where we are.
It is an actual location.
I
Follow
looked it
along
up,
at
and
home.
it says that it's under a dogwood tree in Oak Grove Cemetery.
Okay, that's where we're going.
Because I was curious.
I don't know where it is. Yeah.
I
did
live
get a tour
over
of
by
that
the,
cemetery, but I don't remember them.
I live
pulling it
over
up.
by the Oak
Oh,
Grove
that's the Oak
Cemetery.
Grove one?
Great big one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. If you don't know, I'm not going to say where I live near. Oak Grove's huge. Oak Grove is a huge cemetery.
It is pretty big.
So yeah, it looks like that
Handy got it.
that scythe blade is coming at you, and Benjamin Senior looks like he jumps in the way of it, and it nails him. You see the purple energy of it come through his chest and rake down his body, and just grabs on the side of the Mach 5. And then you hit it and go off.
How bad does he look?
He's down. He's almost at half. He's almost at half after the hit. Oh, that could be one hit, but
What's the, as soon as they take off, I'm going to turn to Ham. Hi, could you help us again, please?
yeah, absolutely.
I'm not good with the doors.
Okay.
And the guy that's good with the doors just took off in the Mach 5.
Could you send us to the tree?
It's a weird sentence. The guy that's good for the doors just took off in the Mach 5
Has never been said before, probably by any.
with a paladin and some woman who likes to kill people with bricks.
You see the tree, and then Cobb just walks up and pushes his hand into Ham's head. And you see Ham just blinks. Oh, okay, I know exactly where that is.
Also, I'm having a stroke.
Yeah, conquers the door.
All right.
Wait a minute.
Just scaling the side of the
you're
10-story.
in vegan form, aren't you? Can't you fly up?
No, I can telekinesis myself up there.
Yeah, that'll work.
And can I also far hand the iron bands?
Yeah, you can pull it back to yourself. Yeah, that's fine.
I imagine it probably takes a round, is my guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to take out that snap of healing. I'm going to squeeze that for a 4th level cure.
See the antes, looks like they see you doing that and maximize it.
Okay. All right. Then that's math. 32 plus 16, 48. All right. Thank you.
So then you guys jump. Once you get up, and then he sees you come up, and he makes the door a little bit bigger. Thank you. So yeah, then you guys go through.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're going through Ham's subspace to get there. So when you step into Ham's subspace, it looks very different from yours. It looks like, I mean, it's beautiful. It is snowy mountain terrain during the night. So you see yourself, both of you immediately. It's cold, but you step through and it's snowing, absolutely beautiful. Looks like the mountains at night, and you see a path in the snow that leads you to another door.
Okay. Heading that way.
I would love to come out here and hang with you more.
Oh, he's not even in it. He just let you guys go through.
Oh.
So he's on the other side. You see then right behind you, you see Link comes through. Oh, I'm coming too.
Oh, okay.
Let's do this.
All right.
Snickety snicked. And he pops his claws.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you guys run through, and you're there before they are. So you're at the base of that dogwood tree.
Okay. You said something about a trap?
Bear trap.
Yeah. Good
I
plan.
have one. It's with me in the car.
With tons of other traps.
Just throw it behind me. Yeah. Oil slick.
You do see all those buttons.
I want to. He can sense by smell too, so
I'm going to climb the tree
Okay.
just to the very top with the with them spider things. I can't remember what thing I have. It's a spider thing.
I'll give all your spells a +2 to their DC while
I'm in the tree.
Yeah.
Cool.
How much of a lead did it look like the Mach 5 had?
I mean, it is way faster than the turtle van. So it was going to get a pretty good lead. I mean, it took him moving the turtle van. I mean, flying, it still took him. I mean, much longer to get there, but he was about, a minute or two behind the turtle van.
Okay. I'm going to ready an action to.
Yeah, it's oddly quiet and serene here. It's the exact opposite from where you came from.
Yeah, it's about to be like that here.
Yeah, and then you see green smoke start to appear, and then Cobb manifests. Looks like he points all around the walls of this area of the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my power here, so we need to get him. I can't even launch anything at him over the walls of the cemetery.
Okay.
But if we can get him in here, I can help strip away some of those defenses.
Okay.
Most of all, I can inhibit his healing, which is tremendous. You're not really doing much to him.
Okay. We'll get them.
So then we'll cut back to the Mach 5, which you're peeling out, still fire giant with your fire tattoos, just angrily driving the Mach 5 down the road.
Is this wolf chasing me?
Yes. Although you're definitely losing him, though. I mean, he's transformed and he is going at the full speed he has, which is considerable, but still nothing on the Mach 5. So if there's anything you want to do,
Press the bird button. It's a drone.
It is.
Surprisingly, not a lot of offensive measures on the Mach 5, aside from the saw blades.
they'd have to be in front of me.
You have to be in front of me. I don't know.
You're hurt though, so I know you'll heal the fool. Benjamin Senior will lay his hands on you and heal you.
Oh, okay.
You're probably not hurt at all.
No. Does he lay his hands on himself?
Yep, most definitely.
I'll take it.
But now he's out of that now. He's got no one to do. With Irvin Frog still attached to him. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, you can see through, say it's fair to have you can see and communicate through Irvin Cobb.
Familiar style.
Yep.
I can. Okay. Well, yeah. Then I'll just. Could you tell them about the wall and where we need to get the wolf?
Other boyos and girlos. And he explains the parameters of what Cobb can do. Where you have where you need the wolf.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Ghost Cobb Frog.
I feel like I need to tell you, but we haven't really been over this. Girlio. Right, yeah. You could definitely make it there. I mean, without any big offensive actions.
There's nothing to do. I'm just bringing him with me.
Okay, yeah. Then you guys pull up in the Mach 5 by the cemetery.
Can I hold a moonfire charge? Like, can I just make it form and just hold it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's fair.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, because you just that silvery globe of fire.
I'm gonna fly up above, like about 60 feet above, sort of out of eyesight, try to get in some trees and stuff above where it looks like he's gonna be come rushing.
You are
in.
glowing like a torch.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to go out of vegan form.
Well, then I don't think I can float 60 feet above
That's
the ground.
true. I better. Yeah, that moon
Either way,
fire
I'll
will be
ready it.
empowered.
Awesome.
I have that too. Can I prep that as well?
Yep. Yeah, you guys step out of the Mach 5 and run over there together. It'll take him a few rounds to get here. He's on the way, but
I'm just
way
gonna,
faster than him in the Mach 5.
I'm just gonna keep my eyes on him and hold that charge.
I'm gonna send out the drone.
It's the bird. I get excited, drop them in fire.
to report back on its location, so we know
so
how
you know
far,
exactly
where he's at.
Yeah, basically 5 rounds. Because of the drone, 5 rounds. Link goes and jumps in the Mach 5.
Hey.
And then, this is pretty cool. He presses the button, the saw blades come out.
Jacks deploy.
Okay.
Can I ready an action to shoot him with my bow whenever he gets within range?
Yep.
I want to re-up bless on myself.
Yeah, because
Probably
whatever
goes
buffs
to-
you had before are now gone.
Yeah.
Unless they were ours.
Yeah, none of mine were ours.
At the last possible minute, I'm going to re-bless the 3 of us.
Okay, because then you guys, as he runs up in wolf form, and then he sees all of you, and he manifests, and he's got that scythe in his mouth, like that Dark Souls villain with the sword, like what's the wolf's name?
I think it's Sif, right?
Sif, yeah, you're right. Like it looks like Sif only with a scythe that has a purple blade. So he looks down at all of you, sees all of you guys not coming out at him, and he narrows his eyes. Ascend here is slightly different than death. So what's your game here? Come out, Paladin. Challenge me. And you see, Benjamin Sr. grips the hilt of that sword. Come in here, coward. It's like he narrows his eyes and he starts pacing around the cemetery walls, looking and sniffing.
It's nice to know we're safe here.
He's outside 30 feet, so you could fire your bow at him, but you're not going to sneak attack. I figured you'd wanted him within,
Yeah.
so you're just kind of
Yeah.
have it.
Can Benjamin Sr. do that?
Yeah.
It is a first level paladin spell. I'm out of them, but he's probably not.
Is it goad?
Compelled duel.
So essentially,
Provoke.
Pulling Black Wolf. Incoming.
Ready.
Incredibly tough. Plus. Black Wolf.
impossible to gauge. Yeah, it looks like your dad looks like he tucks himself up to his full height and issues that sword at him. Duel me, coward. Cast Compel Duel. His spell save DC isn't very high, but I rolled like shit. You see the Black Wolf narrows his eyes and
Thank you for the blue chip that Tyler just handed.
yep. And then the wolf looks like he just then starts to charge in at Benjamin Sr. and he jumps over the walls. So any great actions, go for it.
For the duration of this, by the way, he will have disadvantage attacking anybody but Benjamin Sr.,
Nice.
which is really nice.
Until he's dead.
Well,
Let's re-roll for proper initiative.
Do we need to resolve the ready actions first?
Yes, go ahead.
23 to hit.
Miss. Well, no, actually, when he jumps over that, I'm gonna lower his AC. So yes, hit.
And for this, we're rolling to fire off the spells and everything.
Yeah, any raid action you had. Yep.
Okay. And what do I add to that? I'm sorry. Is this just ranged attack?
Are you firing your shotgun at him?
No,
the silver.
I'm letting off the spell.
Oh yeah, just
fire.
as if it were your shotgun. Yeah.
26.
Hit.
And then is it the same? Oh, the damage is. That's 2d6 plus 5.
I still had the iron bands in my hand from picking them up, so
Okay.
I'm going to launch that at him.
Go for it.
13 points of damage. Oh, would I add anything for my archery bracers on that?
It's a spell instead of a melee.
right,
Yeah,
okay.
instead of a ranged weapon.
26.
Hit.
He is immediately wrapped in iron bands
Okay.
and rendered effectively incapacitated for the moment.
I'm going to take that moonfire. Ha. Me. Ha. Me.
That's you.
Ha! From the top of that tree.
Holy shit!
Mine
So I'm going to try to do a moonfire Kamehameha.
I just went.
Go for it. That's a good idea. I will red chip you for it.
Thank you.
All the numbers.
It's empowered 57.
Yeah. Cheers to everything.
And immediately after, Ka.
Twin.
Nope, just my next action.
You're Prince Veganita. What? Oh my God.
No, that'd be
Did they
great.
leave?
You're all pretty cool.
Thanks. I'll wait in his helicopter.
Yeah, did he come with us through the portal, or is he?
He's flying here. I'm coming. Hold on.
He's in Racer X's car.
Yeah, because you absolutely, between the throwing, hitting him with moonfire, hitting him with your bow, hitting him with those bands, like he's constricted, and then you blast and he lands. He's half in, half out. And he broke the wall down, constricted. And you see where the half of them that is in the graveyard at where the tree's range is. You see these smoky green hands are just clawing away this purple aura from him. He's thrashing. All right, initiative.
9 for me.
9.
20.
22.
I rolled the
25.
natural 20.
Benji, you had what? 22?
22.
And then Kenny had a 20.
I rolled a natural 20.
Your dex is, so that makes you like a 20.
23. Yeah. 26, sorry.
What's your dexterity?
3. Is a proficiency bonus added in there?
No.
Okay, it's just 23 then. It's 23.
Link rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, Link.
Yeah, he
Snickty,
did.
snickty, snore. We'll be berserk style.
Axe on Benji's turn. Okay, because you see the black wolf, bound immediately just. What's the DC? 20?
20 strength check.
Yeah, because you see he just thrashes and just shatters those bands. That takes it. It's a full round action. That takes his turn.
But yeah, and he's still laying there.
Yeah. So Liz.
Can I attack him with the stiletto dagger? Do I get advantage because he's prone?
Yes. I think that's how that works. So yeah.
23.
Hit.
19.
So how are you attacking him? With the shooting with the bow again?
With the stiletto dagger.
Okay, yeah, because you slink in and stab him in his hindquarters that's hung over into the graveyard. It looks like it's much easier. You don't feel near as much resistance as you stab into him. And you see that he still doesn't take some of it, but you see the blood absolutely pours a lot more freely than it has before.
Okay, I'm gonna take my bonus action to
Okay.
disengage.
Okay, Kenny,
Where am I at in the?
you're next. Kenny had 23, you had 22.
Okay.
So yeah, then you and Link, Lim, and then Benjamin Sr.
Okay.
Where am I in relation to this thing?
I mean, probably like 10 feet away.
Oh, okay.
It's close quarters right here. Cobb doesn't have a ton of influence.
I'm just gonna attack with my sword.
Okay.
16.
16, miss. 2 attacks.
25.
Hit.
25. Yeah. Okay. So
Did you say he's at disadvantage for attacking anybody else? Okay.
22 points of damage.
Yeah, because you go up, that first one just thuds off him, but then you turn over and just stab the buster sword into him, point down, and you hear him, scream out in pain. Because probably this is pain he hasn't truly felt at its full force in a very long time.
Okay.
Benji and Link,
I'm gonna try something goofy.
Dual
Okay.
tech.
of course.
Dual tech. Cannonball special with Link.
I'm going to let myself down from floating.
Okay.
I'm going to jump in the air as high as I possibly can, and I'm going to attempt to bring the tell me this. Is he laying on his back?
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to bring the rod down straight on his neck,
Oh, movable rod.
the immovable rod,
Okay.
and then engage it as soon as I do.
Okay. I'd say make a grapple.
Which I get advantage on because of my large.
So big. Yep. Because you're having to get, kind of pinpoint him and push. So
Yeah.
he's definitely flailing around.
No. Should I go ahead and use it? I just got this blue chip. Should I go ahead and use it?
It'd be pretty powerful if you could pull it off. So it's your call, though.
Do I need to do that before I know whether? Because we made opposed grapples, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just plus your strength.
Yep.
13.
Yeah, because you go over there and you try to wrestle it down onto it, but he's pushing and bucking, and you can't engage it properly the way you want to.
I'll use the chip and try again. I never keep these things for long.
Neither do I.
Good. 13.
Yeah. He's just too.
You want to try it again?
Yes.
Man, that's better. 18.
Yeah, he's way too strong.
Even with being in the.
He has feats.
I think he has 2 right now, and then he's 4.
He's 4. He's got 4 of them feats. See, Link looks like he jumps in the Mach 5, fires up the saw blades on the front, hits the gas, and charges for his head that is hanging out of the area. Hits, but you see he runs over the wolf's head with the blades. He's like, yes! They're not silver or magical. So he just, and then immediately that half that's hanging out heals back up, and Link just turns around. God damn it! Lim.
So let out another one that I was charging.
Yeah, you see that his wolf head looks up.
This one's not moonfired, unfortunately. 49. I cheated a god to be able to do this.
Yeah, this is, he's by far the worst he's looked at all. You see, the bottom half of him is fucked up.
Gar.
Yes! Yes, do it! Yeah, Benjamin Sr. looks like he runs over. He throws his shield down, and 2 hands, the Holy Avenger Answerer. It looks like he comes down with a smite. Hit. He takes, that just sinks into his hindquarters, and you see the white light just sear, and that's the wolf. He really screams and thrashes around. He does 31 points of damage. Because you see the wolf, like he even in his wolf state, you see panic on his face. You see where he's still got that scythe in his mouth. And you see he's looking around trying to calculate something, and then you see his eyes narrow, and the corners of his mouth tuck up. Something occurs to him. So then he swings that scythe, because he looks directly at Benjamin Sr., and then swings the scythe at you, Benji. So he's taking disadvantage. What's your AC?
19. Make sure. I think that changed on the model. Let me double check that just in case I'm fucking killed. Nope. Yep, 19.
Yeah, because he flips that over, and when he does, I mean, it goes directly across your neck into your heart for a critical.
How the... With disadvantage? Is this another...
Oh, disadvantage. You're right. I'm sorry.
You gotta be shitting me.
You roll another 20?
I rolled a 19, which he has improved critical. And
Gotcha.
then my second roll with disadvantage was a 20.
Oh,
so
wow.
either which way, it's a
Damn
good.
it.
I'm going to take that 19, which is still a critical.
Well, this is gonna hurt.
It's going to be probably in the 70s. That's what he hit Benji Sr. with a critical for. I think it was 70.
Well, it
Something.
ended up being like 90.
And he hit him a second time.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's a vicious one.
But when he drags that also across you, that black comes out. Make a wisdom save.
Yeah, the way I'm rolling is a fucking way. No. 10.
You are cursed. You take disadvantage on all Constitution saves.
Okay. That's probably the least of my worries right now, but okay. Right now, I should say. Next round.
You take 64 points of damage.
Yeah, no, that's my bigger problem.
How do you look?
I mean, I've still got about a third.
Okay.
Then
I'm at 47.
he hits you with that, and then his mouth drops open. That scythe clatters to the ground, and you see suddenly his belly just distends, and then rolls up into his chest, and then rolls up into his face. And then you see when he opens his mouth, it's just this blackish, greenish goo all in his mouth, and he clomps down to bite you.
Now,
There we go.
Hit.
of course.
You take 19 points of damage from the bite. Make a Constitution save.
Rolled a 20.
Disadvantage. Fuck.
I rolled a 17, so that's not quite so bad. 22.
Yeah, you just feel, because it's based on his Constitution score, you feel like you fight it back, you push him back, and you see just that stuff all over you, and then black just starts to spread into your veins at your neck.
Is there an immediate effect of that I need to be aware?
No. You just feel it's hot. You immediately get a fever, but mechanically, nothing. You don't feel anything different. Liz,
You're a werewolf.
That'd be all right.
Yeah.
I have a potion I can give you. It won't give you a ton, but a potion of greater healing. What action is that to give him a potion?
I'd make that your regular action.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. You get 44 plus 4.
40.
Oh, you all guys also have your tattoos that Maria gave you.
Oh, yeah.
You're right. I forgot about those.
What did that do?
You can use it when you want, or it'll kick in. It does a maximized cure, or whatever the highest you can get.
Cure critical?
Basically heals like 45 points of damage.
Are you giving it to me or are you handing it to me? Like, shoving it down my throat?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Kenny, I guess your bonus action will be to run back away, Liz. So you had to get up to Benji, pour it down his throat, and then run back away.
Can I try to grab his scythe now that it's on the ground?
Sure.
What do I need to do that?
You just so you're grabbing it.
Just grab it.
Okay.
And then can I use it after I grab it, or is that my action?
You grab it, make a wisdom save.
Oh, okay. Ooh. 10.
Yeah, it's a soul weapon, so you try to wield it, but yeah, you just go through it.
Okay.
I won't let that take as that could be your bonus action to try that. So if you still want your regular actions, you can take them.
Sure. I guess I'll go with the good old sword again. Yeah, it's like 28.
Hit.
Yeah. 18 points of damage.
You see those claws just start digging into him more and more because now he's up wholly into the field. So yeah, it looks like you do full damage when you hit him.
Nice. If I get another attack,
You get your 2 attacks, yeah.
I thought it was only like I thought it was like an advantage thing.
Oh no, just as a barbarian of your level, you get 2 attacks.
Oh, okay. So I need to roll the hit again, right?
Yep.
All right. Should be good at this by now. Oh,
There are more variables in this fight than we've ever had before, so.
Also, this game has a lot of rules.
If we're playing 3.5, it'd have a lot more.
yes. 28.
Hit?
Yeah. And then
So you say it looks like he is taking full damage from
Yep.
silver weapons at this moment.
Because it's silver magic and he has barbarian rage. But it looks like Cobb has stripped all of that away and taken away his healing factor.
23 points of damage.
Benji and Link.
Going to just unload symbols into his head.
All right. Yeah, Link charges him up from behind with his claws. Hit. Hit. 20 hits.
Son of a bitch. So I don't need to break these out into specific attacks.
No, you roll all together. Dave, Joey Webster would like me to let you know that he sent you a gift on Steam.
Nice. Okay. Thanks. Breaking news. Thank you, Joey. That's awesome of you.
46.
I mean, you unload into him, and it's just, I mean, he's taking it. Yeah, because he's standing up, and I mean, in wolf form, because he's standing in front of you, and you guys are just pelting him, and he's a bloody, ragged mess. Link jumps in and stabs him. One claw glances up, and the other one sinks into his side. Link got his 6 damage in.
I'm not far enough into Dragon Ball to know what this sounds like, but garlic gun.
Okay.
I don't know the mechanics of that one.
Same as Kamehameha.
Okay.
Only it smells like garlic.
Okay.
I think it has a narrower beam. So instead of 10 feet, it's 5 feet. But
Okay.
it's just as powerful.
Okay.
I like that sound. That was a 3, I think.
32.
Yeah, because you hit him with that beam, and you hit him, and he sends him through the cracked remains, breaks through the wall, smacks into the Mach 5, and is pushed back still 20 feet more before he finally stops, and you see...
Are the blades still going on the front?
Yeah, yeah, that's good. It knocks him up, you're right. Link still got him going, so... Yeah, it tears like half of him up, or it pushes it aside, and you see he leans over, half cut open, burnt all hell. It smells like blood and roasted garlic in the air.
Vegans?
You see
It smells disgusting.
he reverts
Scorching
back.
ray?
He reverts back to human form, and he looks like he's slumped over. And he just looks up, a bloody mess out of his mouth. He's missing part of his face. And he just looks up. And, well, good on you. I guess that means you're free of anything I have to do. But mantle's been passed. And he coughs and then is no more.
What do you think he means by that, Benji?
I don't know. I think everything's fine.
That was
Thanks
weird.
for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, not SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, all over the place.
But
Yeah. But
if you want to do more than just listen,
Yeah.
if you'd like to donate, patreon.com/TADPOG will get you there, and you can be like these fine folks who donate $20 or more every single month to the show. I'm going to read the list of those fine folks that we like to refer to as executive producers, starting with Usurper Grimm, Cousin David Galino, Plinko Nick Price, Cubicle Monkey, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, Joseph Phillips, Gamebug Prime Nathan Eaton, Matt Gentile, aka Gentle G, Princess Consuela, Banana Hammock, Flavor Trek, Taryn Landon Dahl, congratulations on your marriage, Pinball Archmage, Chris Edler, we're sorry you couldn't be on this episode, Platinum member Brett Miller, Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, Nate from Utah, first time caller, Drink Smith Joey Webster, Dig Dougie, and Derek Pope Sandwich. Also, we've got another upped donation this week, Mr. or Mrs. I don't know if this is a boy or a girl or otherwise, but Jay McPherson has increased their donation once again. And I just want to say, if you want to hear your name on the podcast each week, you could just go on up to $20 and then you'd be an executive producer.
That's a good point.
But we'll still do it. We do appreciate that increased donation. Thank you so much. Also, as always, thanks to our backlog banisher, Dane, who takes time every week to make sure this show gets put up on YouTube and to the community in general.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
On our Discord. Love hanging out with you guys in Discord. That's bit.ly/TADPOG Discord. We love to hear about the show and the feedback and just all the fun conversations we get to have. And, if you want to be a part of it, join us there. Spread the word about the show. And I guess that's it.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Man, yes. We got a shirt. You're going to put that in somewhere else?
We do have a shirt promotion
Yep.
that starts today as of the airing of this episode, March 1st, with bossbattles.gg. If you're a Patreon donor, you can go on Patreon and get a code for 10% off your purchase.
Yep.
And you will automatically be entered to win a $100 Amazon gift card courtesy of Choctopus Rob from bossbattles.gg.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And you probably heard that at the beginning of the show. We're going to put a little spot.
have
at
it
the
again,
beginning.
too.
We'll have it
Yep.
again here. So anyway, get in there. You can order your shirts now.
Mm-hmm.
So check out if you want to see what it looks like. Should be up on the site, bossbattles.gg. I think they're going to put an image of there. We've also got it in the announcement section on the Discord if you want to see it there.
Okay. Perfect. So I'd say three more sessions of Scott Pilgrim, and then we'll be done. We're in the end game now. Let's see. Our theme song is "Mess" by Anna Monoguchi. Almost said it again. With that track in the show notes at TADPOG.com. Let's see. Well, how do you guys want to close it out?
As a dying
wolf
man.
All right. So until next time. Liam, your cell phone rings.
I'll answer it. Jill, are you okay? Oh,
No, it's me.
you're right there.
He's
I just point it like Spider-Man.
He's hiding
Spider-Man
behind a
cartoon
tree.
style.
That was pretty scary. I'm over here now.
What do you mean? You're just stabbing him with your knuckles.
Yeah, but now it smells like roasted garlic and blood.
I know. It's awakened something inside me.
I feel like this merits a new band name.
Yeah, that's a good band name.
This merits a new band name.
Roasted
No,
garlic
roasted
and blood.
Roasted garlic and blood.
Yeah. I don't have any other thing that's better. Okay, roasted garlic and blood
Done.
versus the world.